you look at the boys that come from South London, they know how it feels to lose. Gordon, we want to see you on the streets 1v1, man. Leaving Palace was the most hardest decision I've ever made. I think the generation of today, they all want everything so fast. They don't want to be humble and learn. I lost my brother through gun crime. Yeah, it just inspired me to try and help the next generation of youth.
So they what? Need bravery,
100%.
mental strength,
yeah,
swagger.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Coach David in their life.
What's going on, people, and welcome back to Rootz TV. And look where I am. I'm on the Jadon Sancho pitch with my man, Dave. Right, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Long time no see, man. How you been?
Yeah, man. What's it been? 7, 6 years, something like that.
6 years,
just
man.
Before COVID, I think it was.
Yeah, since this place opened, really,
yeah,
isn't it?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot has changed. The colours changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was orange when it opened.
It was initially orange, man.
And now it's gone back to the traditional green.
Yeah, we've gone back to the green now. Unfortunately, that amazing design that Nike done for us, it wasn't sustainable.
Okay.
So the main thing for me was to try and get the pitch back in working order for the youth, which we done. It had to be green, unfortunately, but it was good memory to that orange and black.
But look, at least it's still open now. It's still open to the community. You've got people playing in the background, utilising it well, and that's good because pitches in inner city London is hard to come by, as you know, innit? So,
and that's what it is. Even what people don't see, having these kind of pitches, is the maintenance. Us working, picking up bottles, making sure like the kids are not mucking around and using it correctly. So yes, a lot of hard work, man.
But again, it's been well maintained, that's the main thing. But I want to talk about your journey, man, because the last time I spoke about your journey, man, it touched a lot of people, man. Yeah. Like how you got into it. So I would, if you could, just explain like how you got into coaching. Yeah. Got into Lambeth Tigers as well.
Yeah. So going on from our last time we met, I lost my brother through gun crime, unfortunately, and yeah, it just inspired me to try and help the next generation of youth to try and prevent going down that road. So it's been amazing, man. It's been difficult at times, been challenging, but we're here and so much has happened over the last few years, mainly good. So we're blessed. So yeah, just continue to try and do this fantastic work for the community, man.
How long have you been coaching for now?
Since I was 17.
17?
Yeah, I'm an old man now. It's my birthday today, so...
Hey, happy birthday!
I won't say the number, but yeah, double figures, man.
Hey, yeah. You're catching up with me, man. But again, you're still enjoying it though, right?
Yeah, no, I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. I've now obviously launched the Streetz with my team. Yeah. So I was lucky enough to have coached Mally. We call him Mally Mitch. He does the Streetz. And Mario, I coached them both, making myself sound old now. And they had a fantastic idea. Yeah. They come and saw me and said, Coach, we've got a fantastic idea. We want to put you in it. You've done a lot for us and we want you to be a part of this journey. So I was like, okay, I was interested in hearing what they had to say. And yeah, we come up with a YouTube 1v1 tournament that we do. And yeah, it's kind of hit the ground running. It's kind of brought me back to my youth again, which I love.
It's brought a lot of people back because everyone's like, oh, that 1v1 element, man. Everyone's loving it right now. Yeah. Like, you know, taking on players. 'Cause you don't really see it at the pro game no more. It's kind of, I feel like it's almost coached out of you. Like, yeah, you're told not to take on a player or take a player in a very safe area. But again, that kind of raw cage football.
It's like South London, man. It's like South London swag.
That South London swag.
It's South London swag, man. Listen, man. No disrespect to East, North, West, but it's South London, man. It all comes from South London. So, great players will come from South London with that ability, that no fear factor to take players on. So, again, Mally and Mario had a great idea. We spoke about it and we implemented it, and it's gone amazing. The boys will come in later on, and we'll speak more about where we are and kind of going forward. But yeah. It's been really good.
I want to talk about that myth about all the best players come from South London, man, because that hurts a lot of people that are not from South London, but I'm from West, innit? Yeah. Yeah, so I want to talk about that. Like, is it still the thing about all the best ballers come from South London? Come on.
Do you know what? I'm going to be biased, but because I'm from South, but I'm going to say, yeah, I think the best ballers come from South. I think all the coaches what coach from South will probably agree on it. Everyone else will maybe beg to differ. Yeah. But yeah, some top ballers come from South, man.
Okay, okay.
In my experience, especially at the grassroots level, I look at the South London boys, and yeah, the other ones are catching up slowly, but the South London boys have got no fear, man. I just think that's that element of having no fear and being coached. It's amazing, man. It's different breed.
Okay. Whilst we're on the whole Streetz topic, yeah. What was your favourite game as a kid? Like old school street games. So for example, mine was either headers and volleys or Kirby. Remember Kirby?
Yeah.
So there was one of them. So what was like your old school street games that you used to play as a kid? What was your favourite?
We called it World Cup. I think they call it knockouts now.
Yeah.
Again, showing my age.
They just rebranded it, man. Everybody just rebranded it.
So we called it World Cup.
Yeah.
Where it was a bit different. You would pick a country and you'd have a goalkeeper, 8 players, 10 players, the ball goes out. Yeah. Whoever scored it through to the next round.
What country were you repping?
Do you know what? I was always Jamaica, you know?
Yeah.
I was always Jamaica.
Yeah?
Even though we weren't really doing that on them times, I was Jamaica. I tried to hold it down. Occasionally I was England because of John Barnes. That was my inspiration growing up.
Yeah.
Again, coming from that generation, seeing someone like John Barnes for a young black boy, it was someone you can kind of like relate to.
Yeah, of course.
Similar to Ian Wright.
Yeah. He was the one relatable to everyone, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
So John Barnes was amazing for me growing up. So yeah.
Give me a top 5 Streetz won't forget player. You know that generation where people say, Streetz won't forget. So for me,
talk to me.
I've got to say Hatton Ben Arthur's got to be in there. A Delta Raps.
Yeah.
Joe Cole.
Yeah.
Who else is in there? Who else would you put in there?
I'll go Turap, definitely. Joe Cole, what a baller. I would definitely go...
Zaha, you've got to put Zaha in there, obviously.
There's a bit, I think there's some before him.
Okay.
I would go Kocha.
How can I forget JJ?
Yeah. Put respect on his name.
Yeah, of course.
I'll
all right, JJ, yeah.
Ronaldinho.
Come on.
You
see when he come out of Power League the other day?
Come on, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
People flocking to him like he's the king.
Yeah.
He is the king, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what? One of my little young ballers was on that as well. I don't know, Khalil. If you saw him, he was the one who hit the box. So yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about Khalil.
Yeah, most definitely, man.
Yeah, talk to me about Khalil.
So the last one I would say would be Rivaldo.
Oh, Rivaldo.
Rivaldo.
Oh, that wonderful left foot, you know.
So now you can see again, respectively,
why
Zaha doesn't come into that bracket for me. Okay. Respectively, if we're saying English players, then he slips in there.
Even though he's South London, born and bred.
Yeah, I love him. I love Zaha. Oof. I think he's been a massive influence for the boys from South London. Yeah. Absolutely fearless, amazing.
But he doesn't make it into your top 5?
If we're going internationally, no.
Okay.
If we're saying South London based or English based, I think he might get in there.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we're putting everyone in there, then it becomes a bit difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, true.
We're talking about putting Ballon d'Or winners in there, and it's like, you understand?
Yeah, it gets a bit much.
Yeah.
All right, you touched upon Khalil again, your boy. You know, star boy in the making. Yeah. Or is he already there?
You know what? Yes, but we're very humble with his development. But we have plans for him, and he plans to keep developing. We don't really worry about everything else. His dad's very grounded, so he's very grounded. Yeah. Because he followed the influence of his father, so that's very important. But yeah, he's just a young lad, just like a lot of these young boys coming through. Yes, there's a lot of hype around him, but we try to
keep him grounded.
Yeah, keep him grounded. He's concentrated on his football, and he's doing really well. I think he's played like 8 international tournaments.
How old is he?
For Chelsea. He's 11.
He's 11?
Yeah, and I think he's got player of the tournament for 7. So like, massive achievement for a young boy of that age. But again, we just keep working, and we keep make sure we have our prayers. That's, like, everyone gets this whole thing twisted. They think it's more. You have to have prayer, man, because without God's blessing, nothing is going to happen. So yeah, we keep grounded, keep our prayers, and if it's meant to be for him, it will happen. If it's not meant to be, then he's very educated. His father makes sure he's educated, so there'll be another pathway for him. But
love that, and he's got a positive role model in his life.
His dad's an amazing guy, positive role model for him. So yeah, man, we just keep him.
And he signed to Nike as well.
Yeah, he signed to Nike. I think he was the youngest boy to ever sign to Nike in England, which is a massive achievement for him. So yeah, he's doing really well.
Right. I've also got a couple scenarios for you, man.
Tell me, man.
Right. So, you ready for the first one?
Talk to me.
Okay, so your top scorer gets scouted for a trial by Crystal Palace. I know you know them very well. Yeah. And only you know about it, but you need him for the end of the season running because you've got some big fixtures. What do you do? Okay,
so it works 2 ways. Because working academy football, worked at Crystal Palace for a very long time.
Yep.
And working in grassroots. There has to be an element of the grassroots clubs are developing the players to give opportunity for the boys to sign. So we don't want to take that away from them.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times when we speak to the academy clubs, they kind of work with you. If they need him, he has to go. But if we really need him, then we'll kind of work with it.
Yeah.
But if it's of the interest of the boy that they really need him, then we'll go with the academy, because the objective is giving the boys the opportunity to sign academy.
So you're flexible in that sense?
Yeah, we're quite flexible. But again, I think the academies are quite flexible as well.
Okay.
So they're really good.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know about any other academy, grassroots club, but we have a good arrangement with them. We say, listen, we need them for this. If they get signed, then it's a no-no.
Yeah.
Because they're signed.
Yeah.
But if they're on trial and they can come back for a semi-final on that, I think the grassroots club, 99.9% of the time, work with the grassroots.
Okay.
Because it's in the interest of them, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
We're going to give them more players.
Of course. Okay, we've got a next one for you. So, a well-known scout has been picking off your players left, right, centre, and not been giving you the credit that you deserve.
Yeah.
That's a common thing, innit, in grassroots, innit?
Yeah.
What do you do in that situation? So say, for example, you've got this player signed, that player signed.
Yeah.
But the scout's saying, yeah, that's my project. That's
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I've never really had it per se. I know other people had it.
Yeah.
But if you look at a lot of our young players what play for Lambeth and sign on, if you look at their social media, it's like graduate of Lambeth Tigers. So that kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? So
you're kind of asking or hoping that the player will just say they'll tell the truth, innit? Like,
yeah, like listen, I had David Ozil, the youngest boy to step on the pitch for Crystal Palace, the youngest boy ever to play. He come from us.
Yeah.
He came from Spain and he worked here with Lambeth. And when it got to that time for him to obviously get his debut, he spoke highly about what I had done and what Lambeth Tigers had done for him. So yeah, listen, we leave it in the hands of the people. God knows, and we don't take it too personal. You understand?
Yeah.
That's not what we're here for.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people take it personally, but listen, the kids know, parents know, God knows, and I'm not really worried about anyone else thinks.
Okay, all right. I like that. You believe in your own swag. All right, cool. Right, last one. A post you put up from the Streetz has done 1 million views, but the mum of the player that's getting ripped to shreds has asked you to take it down. What do you do?
Listen, first things first, the Streetz are very organised in that kind of, so we make sure everyone signs what they need to sign before we put any footage out.
Yeah.
So the parents know when it's a 1v1 situation, it's for YouTube to kind of see. So once they sign that, we're very aware. But if it wasn't that, we have to think about the well-being of the child, which is very, very, very important.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you understand? Again, to do this 1v1 thing, you have to be kind of tough-skinned. Do you understand? So if you look at some of the boys that we have, they whether they win or lose, they bring something to the table.
Yeah.
So like we had a kid the other day called Spenny. He didn't win it, but he was like a fan favourite, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So again, why? Because he brought a South London swag about he had a little flip flap, and I think that clip in itself went viral.
Yeah.
More than the video.
Yeah.
Listen, we have to think about the well-being of the children. That's always number one. But again, people when they come into these 1v1s, they understand, man.
No, I love that. I love that. It's a good answer, man. You're very well PR trained. I love that. All right. So, talk to me about the Streetz, man. What's coming up with the Streetz, man?
Listen, we're really busy at the moment. The management has been doing some fantastic work, bit behind the scenes. For those who don't know, we do some amazing camps. Myself, Mally, which has been going really, really well. But yeah, the upcoming plans we're going to be going to Canada on tour. So this will be our first international tour.
Yeah.
So the management managed to get this for us. So myself, Mally, and the team really excited about this one. And in the last few weeks, we got LA as well.
What?
So we'll be going to LA straight after Canada. So we'll be leaving from Canada to go straight to LA. So yeah, it's good times for us, man. Good times.
From South London to Canada and LA, man, that's crazy. In the space of how long?
Streetz have been going for the last 2 years. A young boy from the community who I worked with as a kid, Mally, had an idea and he wanted to kind of do something what we spoke about earlier in regard to having that swag. So he came up with an idea called the Streetz.
Yeah.
So the Streetz is kind of that element of having the streets football in you, and you go and implement it no matter where you are, whether it's academy football or grassroots. So it was an amazing idea. So Mally started to coach them. He started to coach them 1v1 and small group sessions. Another one of the young players, Mario, and Mally are really close. They were working together, and then they come up with a great idea to do some 1v1 stuff. So they contacted me and said, listen, David, we want to do some wanted to be a part of some 1v1. They come up with the idea, and then yeah, the rest was history. So in regards to what they've done for me, it kind of brought me back to life, man.
It brought the fun back as well.
It brought the fun back, man, because listen, you're doing that every single day, academy coaching and grassroots. But I need some fun. When you get older, you need some fun in your life, and nothing better than two of the young boys I've worked with come in and ask me to come and work with them. And so yeah, it's been amazing, man.
That's a nice story, man. Like how you've worked with them from a young age, and now they're bringing you in.
They're bringing me in, man.
Yeah.
They're looking after Uncle D.
Keeping you young and fresh.
Keeping me young and fresh, man.
Yeah, and I see Weston in there as well. Weston.
Yeah, Coach West is there.
Jeez.
So again, Coach West is my
Shout out to Weston, bro.
Yeah, man, he's my right-hand man. So they said, listen, they had an idea. They said, listen, we need Coach West. So we done it different to the other people are doing their 1v1 because everyone's doing it France. Everyone's kind of doing top ballers. Shout out to top ballers. Credit to them.
Yeah.
They're doing really well. But yeah, we had something different. We put a referee in it.
Yeah.
To make it a bit more exciting. So yeah.
VAR and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, everything. VAR.
Who would you say is like the top 5 ballers that have come through?
On the 1v1?
Yeah.
Whew.
Go on.
All right. In order or not order? Just
no order, because again, you might have some people in the DMs like, how you ranking me by my man?
I would say
Spenny. No particular order. So Spenny, yeah.
He done the under 10s. Unbelievable. He brought some different kind of swag to the occasion. I would say Cairo, Palace baller.
Oh yeah.
Under 14. Woo, he lit the place up.
Cold
like ice. So he was really good. Khalil.
Yeah.
Khalil was amazing. We had Wisdom. Wisdom came. He's the one. He's got the whole streets going crazy at the moment. He sat on the ball. And then he kind of done a flip-flap, but it went inside outside.
Yeah.
And then went round the keeper and scored. So Wisdom. And the last one, I would think there was a kid called Tom, under 9.
Okay.
He come in as the underdog. We had a few boys come down from various different places in different academies. We had various different kids coming from different parts of England.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say he was the underdog, but he was the kid at Millwall.
Yeah.
And everyone else was from, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City.
All the bigger clubs.
But what people failed to understand, what he had that Milner thing, defend and attack really well.
Okay.
And you need it in the 1v1.
Yeah.
Yes, attacking is good, but remember you win points on defending.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was really good defending, and he won. It was really nice story for the streets.
Yeah.
To make everyone understand that there's players out there, what people are looking past. But yeah, he done really well, man.
So are all these players signed, or are they unsigned and looking to get something off the back of this? Because I want to hear about if there's like any good stories that come off the back of appearing on your episodes, man.
Yeah, like we've had boys who are unsigned, so it's both.
Yeah.
And I think this is what makes it so streets. And this is why Mali calls it the streets. Because you're bringing players in what you would think had no right to be playing with academy players.
Yeah.
But will come up and they've knocked academy players out.
Yeah.
They've knocked them out of the 1v1. So yeah, it's really exciting, man.
Yeah, definitely. What would you say is like the ultimate skill set that a player needs to compete on the streets, both physically and obviously like mentally as well? Because you mentioned obviously you got.
For me, the physical part is not that much per se, because like I said, Spenny done really well. He's most probably one of our most viewed. He's really small, but he's really clever. So like that body feints, do you understand? And these things will shift the big boys from left to right, and then it allows you to kind of get out and create a yard or two to maybe get the shot off or whatever it may be, go forward. So I just think, just first things first for me, if you're coming to do a 1v1, you have to be brave.
Yeah.
That no fear factor. If you haven't got it, it's going to be difficult. Because I think it's 3 chances each. So you have to have that no fear factor when you're going against. You have to also have that mental belief in yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I think they've kind of taken this away from people. Because sometimes I'll read in the comments, people will say like, oh, they're too young. And the reality is, I remember watching a podcast with Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah.
And he was mentioning about first and second place. They're taking it away. It's not realistic to the youth development. And I think this is the only country that does that. I think we have to still make it realistic to what happens in life. There is first place, there is second place. And
you need to prepare them for it early as well.
Yeah, prepare them from it early. So listen, if you look at the boys that come from South London or kids who I train, they know how it feels to lose because we put them in them scenarios. Do you understand? To test them. So if we believe that an under 7 is that the team's too good, we'll play them under 8s or play against a really strong under 8s, so they know how it feels to lose.
Yeah.
So mentally they prepare themselves to lose because people fail to understand losing is also a part of winning. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? I saw something you put the other day when you speak to Darnell and you said about if your team's losing 10-0, what would you do? And I thought Darnell was spot on. Like, they have to be prepared there's going to be situations like this. Whether it's academy or grassroots, because you play for like maybe a Millwall or a Leyton Orient and you're playing against an Arsenal or a Chelsea, there's going to be times where you might get a thumping. But what have they learned from that? You understand? When they played them the second time, have they progressed or developed since the first time they played? So a lot goes into it, man.
Yeah.
But I just think, for me, everyone does their thing different, but I make my boys know the feeling to win and the feeling to lose.
Would you say they also need a bit of charisma, a bit of swag about them as well?
Yes, 100%, but without being arrogant.
Okay.
Because for me, it's very important to ground the youth.
Yeah.
What we don't want them to be is very arrogant.
Yeah.
That's not a nice look for a child. But we want them to have that belief at the same time. Do you understand? So there's a thin line between both. So just about making sure you kind of monitor so they don't get too arrogant, but yet they have that swag about them. Okay,
so they need bravery,
100%,
mental strength, swagger.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Coach David in their life.
There you go, man.
Definitely.
Oh, tell me about some Premier League ballers that would be good on 1v1s on the streets.
Premier League ballers.
Because I could already think of a couple. I can think of Doku.
100%.
Doku would be good.
Yeah.
I think Grealish might bring a bit about him.
Nah?
You're going to make it on?
Nah. Do you know what? To be fair to Grealish, old school, Aston Villa.
Okay. Not Man City, sterilized.
Playing back sideways, So again, Pep, amazing coach.
Yeah.
I think he kind of took that out of some of his players. And I think Sterling, when he first initially went back to Chelsea, he was old school Sterling, wasn't he? So but again, it's worked for Pep. So who are we to question an amazing, most probably Hall of Fame coach, even though he hasn't retired yet.
Anyone else? You've got Doku.
Doku, definitely.
Saka.
Yeah, I'll give it to Saks.
Okay.
I'll give it to Saka. I would go.
Anyone else who?
I think Sterling will be alright. I think Sterling will be good on it.
Okay.
I think Sterling.
I know he's not in the Premier League.
Do you know who I really like? What's the boy from Newcastle?
I was going to say St. Maximin, but he's gone now.
Who
you think?
Gordon.
Gordon?
I love him, you know?
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan.
Anthony Gordon, on the streets, yeah?
I'd love to see him on the streets 1v1, man.
Yeah.
Gordon, we want to see you on the streets 1v1, man. Yeah.
You think he can hang, yeah?
Yeah, I think he will hang.
All right, okay. Anyone else?
Who else is there? The Man United boy, what's his name?
Who? Anthony.
No, Anthony. No, the young boy what's just come through from the academy.
Mainu,
I love him. I think he'll be good.
Okay.
He's got that South London swag about him.
Yeah. Copy Mainu. Okay. That'll be your free then, yeah?
Yeah, I think that'll be my free. I'd love to see.
All right, cool. So what's coming up for you though? Like, what's going on with you? Because like I said, last time I seen you was at Palace.
Yeah.
You're now repping at Arsenal now.
Yeah, listen, I had some fantastic time at Palace. That was the making of me. So I owe Palace a lot. It's a great environment to be in. Some great people there. So leaving Palace was the most hardest decision I ever made. That was really hard. Sometimes you have to move on. This is life. But now I'm at Arsenal, the best club I've ever worked for.
Wow.
Yeah, massive. It's very supportive. It's a family club and similar to Crystal Palace, but they're just amazing people, man, to be working under. I would like to think I started there and I'll end there before it's time to finish the football.
Wow.
But that's what I believe.
You're going to be a gunner for life then, yeah, pretty much.
Do you know what? I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
Full-heartedly.
Do they know this, yeah?
Yeah, they know.
Ah, cool. Just
they
making sure.
They know.
Edit.
But listen, I've become a massive support of the Arsenal Academy.
Yeah.
Massive support. What they do there is amazing. So great people I work with. So big shout out to Arsenal Football Club, man, for giving me the opportunity.
Okay. Last thing I want to ask you, if you're giving any advice to a young coach coming through in the game, what sort of advice are you giving them?
Don't be too big to learn, because I remember learning under a great coach. He was younger than me, and I used to go to his sessions, and I I weren't driving, I was young at the time, and I used to push bike all the way to Croydon, from Brixton to Croydon, ride to go and watch and take notes of these sessions and want to learn under him. I think the generation of today, they all want everything so fast.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be humble and learn. So it's more than just having a good delivery to be able to deliver the session.
Yeah.
A lot of experience comes involved. I.e. why people like Big Sam get clubs out of problems.
Yeah.
So everyone thinks like, oh, Big Sam, he's never done. Do you know what? He got a lot of people out of trouble.
Yeah.
He's made a lot of people not get relegated and saved them, 68 million, I think, per year. So credit to people like Big Sam.
Yeah.
And again, people like that, you can learn under them as much as you can learn under someone like Pep.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So everyone thinks, oh, Mourinho, Pep, Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
But people like Big Sam as well, you got to put respect on what they've done. How can they consistently manage to keep teams in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Do you understand? And what that takes.
Yeah.
You understand? So, yeah.
No, so Dave, again, been a pleasure seeing you again.
Thank you, man.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the Streetz Football. Leave a like and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in a bit.
The Streetz, more touches, more takers.
There you go.